Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. Blows colored bubbles. Changes colors while you chew. Discard your old brand for something new.
Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. It's yummy.
In a universe flooded with the conventional, one group keeps the brewing spirit alive. The propaganda of PauperRBust.
Well, it's been 10 long years. I've been doing this in front of you all. It started as a strange little endeavor with Little Fight and myself to do kind of a TV show style thing. And it evolved. Really missed the mark with our first 2 episodes of PauperRBust. You can still find them on YouTube. I was thinking of replaying those and stuff. But today's going to be kind of a nostalgic look back. Going to play just a variety of decks. 2, 3, maybe, I don't know. Just gonna roll with the punches. Want to shout out to Cassio Machado for that song at the top of the show. Did that quite a few years back. Sent me that. Did an intro. Once doing it, I realized, oh no, it doesn't show Chimpskey and our other folks. But I just thought it was kind of an appropriate intro to change things up a little bit. It's still a strange little endeavor. I appreciate that. And before I get too further on, MTGO has been having a lot of little issues with their free league thing that they're doing, and I've had a bunch of pop-up errors, and I had to reset everything and all this craziness. So we're going to be going over some of my favorite decks that kind of put me on the map, and one of, obviously, Brute Squad's up right now. I was considering maybe I'll play the original Stompy list or whatever, but it's going to be that kind of a show. I'm going to be trying to play a lot of commercials and talk about them. At the top there was one of the very first ones, which was Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. When we were setting off on this voyage of PauperRBust, the idea struck me on this date 10 years ago. I believe then it was something to do with all the news feeds that were going back and forth with regards to the American elections, and I think it was Hillary versus Trump back then, and there was all this that word propaganda was said. I have to focus on it because I say PauperRBust so much, but propaganda was being used and abused in the media left and right, and I heard it at the right place and in the zeitgeist, a little lightning bolt of inspiration hit, and I spent the next few nights all up night making the logos, making the idea, the structure, the architecture of what was to become the show. And then realized that was just way too much work to do, like literally a TV show online, and it was going over a lot of people's heads what I was going for, and that's obviously my fault too. And I went to streaming, tried that for a bit, mostly did tournaments for like the first 6 years, and then y'all know where that went. Anyway, let's get on to it. I'm going to break form a little bit here before we even play our first one. I want to show you one of our, I think, the first big breakout commercial that we had, and huge props to Little Fight for just amazing VOs throughout the years. And this one stands hands down. It's Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. And for those of you that don't know, let me see. Tongue. Let's just put that up there now. I want to make sure I'm monitoring this so I don't get totally screwed up here. So this is the card that used to be everywhere, Flame Tongue Kavu. And before I started getting into, I'm going to do spoof commercials, I just wanted them to be as relevant to the moniker, name of the card, whatever, to the fake product that I was doing. And so looking back, I wish I would have, one, chosen nothing that was rare or, uncommon or above, or that got banned. Those are 2 things I wish I had a crystal ball and could go back. But we'd also not have a lot of little gems like Flame Tongue Hot Sauce, which sells itself, in my opinion. I mean, there it is, right? So without further ado, I want to pay really close attention to these words. The script of this one, I mean, every other phrase, wording, everything is just flame slash, fire blasted, only most searing ingredients. I mean, it's dense. So without further ado, this is one of the first big time ones that I think we hit out of the park.
We've harvested the hardest spices in all of Dominaria. We've delved deep into the forgotten caves of Keldor to bring you the hottest sauce of any plane. Introducing Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Our thermal alchemists have flame slashed and fire blasted only the most searing ingredient to bring a flame to your tongue that causes serious damage. Get tongued. Get Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Deal 4 damage to any meal.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Now that's a commercial. All right, and how fitting is this? We've got Grogberg. I got to get this framing right here. A little out of step. Let me line this up nicely. All right, how convenient is this? Boy, this is Flood City. We'll mulligan this. Very rare for this deck to get flooded like that. So we've got all of our colors via Survivor Encampment and the Husk, but I don't think we have much beyond that. I'm going to mulligan this. We're having a really bad first go here. We'll keep here. And we've got 2, 3, 4. I'll get rid of one of these. Really want to keep those. I do have the synergy here. I'm going to get rid of that too. We'll say done here. And hopefully we can get a few wins here. Show you some stuff. Causes serious damage. I think, yeah, and like I've said many a time, I think, as an Chimpskey pointed out, if it did get downgraded, would you use it? I mean, 10 years ago, it seemed like, oh my God, that's so OP, but that power creep thing, it would be funny if they do it. It would be awesome for the show if it gets really popular, right? So I'm going to set up here with our little blocker in charge. We'll go here with this. We'll drop this for, let's see, he's going to be doing some stuff here with this little skittering kitten. Discard a card, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. So he can't really can't do serious damage. So let's do this for white. We'll drop this out. We'll return our Ornithopter, so we have like an infinite blocker and go like this. We mulligan twice, so we're at a bit of a disadvantage. If they bolt our Glinthawk, it's going to be hard times indeed. So yeah, Flame Tongue Hot Sauce, one of the faves. That one I just went all out, spent a lot of time on the script, a lot of time grabbing assets, making graphics. That I'll know how this goes. Yeah, that one was cool. Oh no, I think our Glinthawk's going bye-bye. Grogberg. Very common first player of the day and the show, so good times. My son was supposed to be here right now, my oldest Alex, and we're going to be playing a whole lot of pickleball in the next few days, but his flight got canceled, so he had to get one for like 10 tonight, so that's really frustrating. That. All right, no reason to not pull this off. I guess we'll just, we'll Glinthawk here. We'll return, usually like if we did have that Tooth of Chiscoria, we could be playing it right now, but instead we've just got creatures for days. Boop, boop, boop. Might have been able to sequence that a little differently and made the Glinthawk a 3/3 at that turn, but whatevers. Did Little Fight ever really make Flame Tongue Hot Sauce in honor of the video? No, but he could. Little Fight is he's amazing in the kitchen. He's that guy that can, oh boy, I don't think we're going to win this game one. We mulligan twice, and he knows what we're up to. But hey, look at this. We got a Fire Nation Cadets showing up. Wacha. I have never seen this card played before. So, but he's not just a guy that would make like a good restaurant. It would be like, award-winning, like, he's a true creator in the kitchen. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right. Boy, everything's dying. I don't know what I want to come at him with here. Let's go like this. We'll say black on this, bring out this, get him to discard something, especially now that they don't have mountains. This way if a fiery temper shows up, we're not in too big of a trouble. And I'm gonna equip this just so it's got a little bit more staying power. I don't know if I've seen a prowess package here. I'm sensing maybe Lava Dart might be in the cards, but look, we haven't even attacked yet, so yeah, well said, Mindstep. We can't have a 10th anniversary show without a first round Grogberg. I know, it's like it was scripted. So thank you, Grogberg, in retrospect, if you watch this later, for doing that. I couldn't have slated this any better. Voiceover 4 damage to any meal. Oh, that's your favorite Penguin Ringer? I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got a few of my favorites. I've got to play one of them, which is because it's Christmas time here, and I've got to do the Elf on a Shelf because I made it, and I can only play it like once a year. So, what on earth is happening here? It gets 2 red, okay, till the end of combat. This is scary. I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna assume they don't have anything. Let's go. Keep tempo. Discard a card for you. Draw 2 cards. A lot of airbending going on. Uh-oh. Bye-bye refurbished. Masked Meower. Bam. You know what we're up to, that's for sure. A whole lot of good stuff going. I don't think firebending would be that broken if because it's your first main phase you can't use it, but if it held out till the end of your turn. It seems like such a tight window. You gotta have instants. Oh boy, we're drawing really dead here. You know me and my mystery cards. I'm going to keep this one back. We'll keep a thread open. We're at 19. That's the good news. We need to find like a thought cast or even a hard casted of one mind right now because we're humanless. But whatever. Oh, I know. I just mean the actual firebending thing, how it just floats the mana there. I just wish it... I don't think it would be that OP if it stayed till after combat. Okay, what's the odds that they got the little dealy boo here? 4 damage. Surprised Sided Rankin or somebody of that ilk hasn't abused this yet. All this free mana stuff happening. Uh-oh, read the card. I forgot. He can pump it. I'm in commercial mode and storytelling mode. Sorry, everybody. This is pretty cool, Grogberg. I'm liking it. All our stuff's dying. Woo! All right. Well, we can kill one of them, which we're going to really need to. Actually, we can't. We don't have any critters. Let's do this. Double check on the rating here. Enchantment. And our graveyard's not really needed either. We're about to concede here if this gets much worse. Now this makes a lot more sense because I thought Grogberg just knew my... knows Brute Squad inside and out, and so that's why he was killing stuff. Makes a lot more sense to just clear the road for these sorts of creatures, right? It's a pretty cool design. We got a lot of anti-red cards, including 2 hollow. I go backwards and forwards on hollow. I love it sometimes. Other times I'm like, it should just be another counter spell, so let's go. Yeah, you're probably right, Mindstep, though. It's my card optimism there. Like, I'm just assuming they don't even, test this stuff. It's just like, bam! I would have never thought much of this card, but that's pretty cool. Grogberg, I kind of want to play this next week. This looks pretty cool stylistically here. All right, so we can kill one of them. But it's going to come at the expense of that. I'll try it here. We'll go for white. Do this. Twice the damage. Cast it. Let's go. It's a bit of a risk because they've got 2 cards in their hand. Not going to be doing any blocking. Might as well kill one of them. Get rid of all this mana turn here. Oh, nice turn. There we go. Very nice. We're getting in trouble. Firebending. Man, this is just all Avatar Last Airbender deck. This is crazy. 5 damage instead. Wonder if he's running shock. There we go. I was supposed to have my first teaching and pickleball get together with a group of ladies, but it was so misty and it's been so foggy here that it's actually keeping the courts very wet, so that got postponed. So, all right, we're just going to draw a card here and hope we get something relevant. Ardent Recruit would be nice. That's all right. I mean, we're just dead. Let's go to game 2. We'll see. L. I'll just label this new red. Very cool, Grogberg. I like this low curve. It's got the draws. It's got all kinds of stuff. However, We're going to want to lean on charms. We're going to want to bring in some life packages. We've got a lot of stuff we can bring in here. This is a red deck, so let's bring these in. Let's favor these a little bit less. Flying's going to be optimal. I think I could probably get rid of this. Got 2 more cards to go. Let's try one less thought cast. One all charms. He's going to be killing a lot of stuff. I'll keep it to 3 charms. Would be nice to fit in hollow, but or the missionaries. Let's bring in 2 missionaries. One less husk. One less inspector. Oh, I guess it was 61 cards. That's an error. I was tweaking it, and I must have gotten greedy. Well, I have my door closed, and in the other room is my PC. I've got a little cable network system, so I can run it at full speed without hearing the fan in this room, as I do like laptops. And I can almost hear it. Well, of course I can hear it. That's a dumb phrase. Yes, I want to play first. Okay, we'll keep. A bit flooded for this style of list, but whatever. We got the human, non-human of one mind interaction going down here. Let me see what I want to start with. I think we'll just get things right. Well, I'm just going to bring this out straight away. Oh, wow. So I did the whole thing. All right. Let's bring out this dude. And then we'll get this party started. Okay. Yeah, it's going to clear away creatures. That's fine. It's not fine. I should have... see, I'm out of practice. I should have tapped that for white so we could have extended here, but it's okay. We'll be able to do of one my next turn, unless they have instant removal. A lot of hasty goodies. Woo! Majoring bully. Bring out missionary, gain some life. Bring this out. We'll tap this for white. This is when Brute Squad really starts singing. Yeah, the other day we were playing Ascension, my wife and I, and which is every day. But sometimes for background music, instead of music, I'll just put on a movie. Sometimes it's Willow, but most of the time it's Princess Bride. Boom, boom, boom. Just hope he runs out of cards here. Ouch, ouch. Everything's dying. It's a very good plan against us. There goes our Billy Idol life gain. Pretty cool list. Grogberg, definitely send us a version I'd like to see. Let's bring out Mr. Man. Sure. Let's do the thing with white. I'll rock like this. Yes. I'll bring this back. I'll play it again. A little clunky. I'll go from here. Draw a clue token. Let's get some stuff going here. White. Hiya. Bing. Got all kinds of clues going. Inspector Gadget mode. Let's go. Way too much land. My goodness. Good news, we're at 20 life. Bad news, our stuff's not staying alive. Yeah, I know. It's so tragic. It wasn't because of that. It's I have that. I probably play that movie twice a month. Just in the background. It's not like we're actively watching it. I mean, we have it all memorized. So when I made up this list and it had Ginger Brute in it, I was like, I know what I'm calling this. It's a squad of little creatures. Brute Squad. Yes. Oh boy. Do not want to see these Fire Nation cadets show up. It's a nice plethora. Good Lord. How many hard hands is this going to hand me? In a very small amount of creatures. Well, at least we've got this. Now, which one do we favor most, right? Let's take out this one. If we can stop drawing lands, I think that's just like all of them. That has wards, so let's take out this. Okay, if we play land we have. All right, there we go. Maybe should have taken that out. Ah. Oh, the wild growth. All right. Let's see what we got here. The Jester hat. And another rare occurrence. There you go. Thank you for that. Woo. Redeemed wild growth. There we go. Alrighty. Jester hat it is. It's a party show. It's good times. I almost wore a Santa cap today, but there we go. So that was, is that the Aster that did it? Because all I see is that it redeemed wild growth. It doesn't say anything about who. That's strange interface, huh? We'll just take it. Having a hard time keeping creatures alive, and that's very important for this list. Yield here. Except for the jingling. And it's a tight fit. I've got a very massive noggin. All right. Well, good. I'm glad it's not Mind Stab picking on me again. I was like, wait, that was pretty fast. Yeah, see, Jester's Cap, Flame Tongue. You got to know cards that aren't always common in this show. See? Just stay up with it. All right, let's get things rocking here. Draw some cards. Cool. All right. Don't really like this sequence. Let me bring out the drum. Bring out this, having to return a drum. But before we do, I'll cast blue. Then we'll return. Yes, we will return this drum. Draw the cards. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Let me play the drum. Do the thing. Yeah. Oh, I gotta pay another one? You jerk. 1, 2. Yep, that's right. Get a little flying party going here. Try to get some semblance of aggro. Watch it be Fiery Temper here. Nope. It's the first day of class. All right, cool. Seems like a hat on a hat. Mind Stab. I don't know. That seems like you just redeemed it about 3 weeks ago or something, if my memory serves, but timelines are not a strong suit for accuracy with me. Some of the commercials I'll be reviewing today too are hopefully they're other people's favorites, but all right, I like this play here. Let me bring out Encampment. Let me try to kill stuff first. Cast this on this. I'll pay the ward. Yield all. Yes. He's dead, Jim. All right, we'll pay 1 and the blue. I might. We'll do this. Let's go. Cool. Get some life back. Kill a dude. Cast here. Yep. Boom. Yield all. Yes. Do you want this spell to work? No. I'll just let it fizzle. We're attacking. Oh my god. We're doing stuff. It's a pretty cool land, especially from a distance. Ooh, I like that. How have I not seen this mountain before? Beautiful. An old Blood Moon callback. That's awesome. Well, we've tripped a lot of clues to get here, and we're flooded, but don't be what I don't want. Let's go. Bring this up. Boop, boop, boop. I'm a little wary of some sort of electricity style effect, so I'm just going to try to preemptively keep our flyer alive here. Probably should have attacked first. There's 2 arguments on that. All right. Eat a fat one. No biggie. We'll just do it again. And the token's like, I'm not dead. It's like, yeah, watch this. Let's bring it on the hawk. Attack. We're the aggro now. It's weird when you're on your back foot with this list. It's like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be the one attacking. All right, to game 3. At least we won't get a wipeout. Boop. We gained 8 life with that. Felt good. Thraven Charm felt good. I think I'm leaning on these a little too heavily, though. Let's bring in 1 hollow. This is a red deck after all. Sometimes I lose a thought cast because against decks that have enemy colors, they might pick on our artifacts. You never know the plan. And as you saw, sometimes you have to pay 2 whopping mana to draw 2 cards. What kind of world is this we're living in? Yeah. Woo. Not promising 5 rounds today. I'm just going to see how things feel. And I don't have anywhere to be, but I just can't believe it's been 10 years. It's so crazy. My advice to streamers that want to do something similar, don't burn out. Once a week is perfect. I remember back when Twitch, I had to get some accreditation or something to get to that next level, and I had to have all these different days of streaming. We'll keep this. And just doing like 3 days in a row, I was like, wow, I can see why some people like quit, We do have a lot of artifacts here, but I am going to lose the thoughtcast. What's he done? Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't even on people's memory banks anymore. Back when I started, and they were like big time. Banana something, I remember when I first started, and it was like 6 months into it, boom, burnout. Not even on a Magic anymore. It was like, wow, it happens hard. Even with something you love, got to be careful. All right, so I've got colorless mana options here. I'm just going to kill this because we've already seen how it kind of kickstarts everything. There might be better targets for that, but these cadets got my attention. I'm pretty impressed with those. I totally was just like, whatever, when I first saw them, but it's pretty cool to see them in action. 520 weeks of Pauper divided by 7 or 6. Cool, this is optimal. The problem here is I know he's just got removal for days, and that Sun Chaser is just going to get nixed if I put it out there. So I want to wait till I can at least pay it off with that. All right, so we'll bring this out, and then we'll cast Familiar. Furbished Familiar, our little flying couch critter, fits right into this list. I was almost mad when this got printed because I'm like, that is a Brute Squad mainstay, and I'm like, gosh, am I really going to be like a 5-colored like aggro deck with very few mana options? Has plenty with the drum and all of our lands, but it can get a little tight sometimes. Did we walk right into a Fiery Temper this early in the game? I wouldn't be too surprised. Nope, first day of class is chosen again. All right. So now if we hit a mana source, we'll be good. We can Sun Chaser and then Of One Mind. How cool, how much more broke would Of One Mind be if it was an instant? My goodness. Draw 2 cards. First day of class going on. I have a friend doing a fundraiser, setting up a nonprofit here in Greater Toronto area. Permission to drop a link to her fundraiser page. You go right ahead. Mind Stab. As long as it's the beneficial persuasion. Don't usually like to do much of that, but hey, this is a nice little difference here. If I knew more about it, especially if it's gaming related, it'd be super cool. Let me do this here for Of One Mind. We've got a human that costs 1 blue. Tapping the survivor's encampment via Ornithopter. Feels like Grogberg overboarded. Waiting for us to overcommit. This will tell us a lot. They have like an electricity. Okay. Refurbish going down. There's another one right behind it, folks. Boop. And we shall, maybe we'll have to determine that. I'm thinking Glenthog, Ancient Den, bounce back, if we're mana screwed. Familiar plays there. Yeah, maybe Familiar, bounce Familiar, just so I can keep making them discard. Yeah, Dreamer Stingo, I agree. I think the card by itself just but it really honed in and focused about. I wonder if they're playing Kiln Fiend too. Might be a good option there. All right, how much does this cost? Instead of doing the math, I just click on things. All right, let me go with the black again. Make them discard. Good stuff. Hopefully. Oh, let's rinse repeat that option. Yes. We needed a block. We could do that, but I'll just keep making them discard stuff. Attack. Great thing about those little flare husks, as long as the thing doesn't have trample, they just bump into it, and then you still have the leftover remnants. Or you can bounce it and keep recasting a germ token. In about 1 in 100 games, that black feature will matter, or the artifact of like Gingerbread itself. We are at a pretty good life total. I'm going to block here. 2 skills. Got a lot of respect for Grogberg's choices, so I'm anticipating some sort of like a Tamir Battle Rage effect or something, or it's like, I better block, even at 20. This is frustrating. Still costs 2, right? Yep. It's not going to change. Well, I could bring that out, and it would change, but then we're out of our source. So let's bring this out, and then we'll do black again. Losing the 1 card. A bit risky there. So now I'll risk blocking with the recruit, just so they have to use quality removal on a big 3/3 body, and our guys in the air are left alone. So now they're hellbent. This mana goes nowhere. Is there anything in the yard? Nope. But they can pump. So they can pump this. It doesn't get any tougher, so I will block. Bit of an absolutist on the battlefield sometimes. I like to make sure that there's no stone left unturned. And I play my best Magic when I don't do that. Like when I use my life as a resource, but a lot of times I try to achieve like board dominance. Bordering on a rude degree sometimes. Wait. Cancel that. No, cancel. I like this. Boop. Hit this for blue. We've got options. Attack. Brute Squad. Beat it or I'll call the Brute Squad. I'm the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. I watch that movie with subtitles. It just gets a whole lot better. So we're representing 7 in the air. Could be 8 if we equip the husk. It is neat when the firebending is relevant, that it's always relevant built-in package with the Fire Nation cadets. That's pretty sweet. Boom. Here we go. All right. Well, we've got free food to eat here. Yep. Oh, yeah, we could do that. We attack first, do the thing. Oh, but then I only have the one option with that. To discard or to kill. Let's kill. We'll just do this here. Probably get a concession. Maybe. We'll bring up Inspector. Attack first. Kill later. A lot of options here. I could bring back the husk. I think I'm going to bring back Refurbished Familiar, since we've kind of got this one in the bag. Got real nervous that first game. I was like, we had to mulligan twice and we lost it. But Brute Squad's True Colors showing up. Really good deck at grinding people out. It's got a lot of serious damage. All right, so we've at least won one, so now I can chill. Grogberg, that was a very cool list. Gonna go over this list here. I think we'll so there's so many, I don't mean to sound boastful, but when you play Pauper as much as I do, and you get inspired by others and stuff, but there's a lot of decks that I thought I had done that already, darn it. I meant to play the original Boros Bowley. And as I go down here, oh man, this was a fun one. Remember this deck? With the, we had, what was the card? This was a really fun one with the Zendikon and all these, what was that main kill card? This card. Well, we'll have to replay this one on another show. We did it about a year ago, I think. So, let's see. We got Gutter Boys. We got, I'm trying to find if I got, the problem with these underscores is that, I've got like rows and rows of optional categorization. It like goes from A to Z and then A to Z again, then A to Z again and stuff. We've got these, Birdstorm, Birdie Blue Terrors, Boros Bowley in 2022. This was the one with I've never been a fan of Thrilling Discovery. I'm sorry, I'm dragging on here. Rallygond, the deck that won the very first challenge. Let's give this a go. Change the list. I probably should have done it from here. I really hate how it does that. Way down here to, was it Rallygon? Sorry, everybody. I should have organized this better before I went on here. But this is a lot of fun regardless. What the only surprise, first day of class. Ah, gotcha. Oh yeah, Boros Tribe. Got a little request for that. See if I can spot it at the risk of... Jeez. I've got to get a better organization here. Boros Sniper, Boros Bully. Boros Bully, work in progress. Enchantment, Winfect. Let's do Winfect. This is another one I'm known for. Custom match. No quitters. Create. Let's go. And while I do that, we're going to roll to Elf on a Shelf.
Introducing the Elf on the Shelf menu at Naya's. Put flavor counters on the stack. Of pancakes, that is. Oh, what snow-covered funnel cakes. Or try our Boros burrito. And kids eat free every day from 4 to 10 p.m. But it's only for good boys and girls. So be good for pancake's sake. And try our Elf on the Shelf menu, only at Naya's.
And we're back. We'll keep this hand, or should we? We're on the draw. I'll keep just messing around with extreme effects of just keeping everything healthy. So I'm playing Chow Mano and Benevolent Blessing, if you're curious. Here we go. Alrighty. Adios, Grogberg. All right, let's bring out a bodyguard, and hopefully we draw just 2 planes in a row here. Thought this was named Chimpskey when I saw the avatar, but it's Godhammer. We're going to feel like we got hit with a Godhammer if we don't get more goddamn planes. All right, Blood Fountain showing up. This is just Affinity 101, baby. Woo! Let's write this down. AFF. Affinity. It's going to be trying to get through all our little 10 spots that I've got scheduled. Oh boy, our deck's fighting us. So we did keep a one-liner. We were on the draw. This deck does run quite a few more than it should. Hopefully this doesn't embarrass. But this was one of the very first decks that when I went streaming, I actually got oh, this is good. This is really good. We'll discard this because we can recommission it. He's like, what on earth is this? But one of the very first little hits to the channel as far as like a boom in viewership was I was playing a tournament. I think there were 3 or 4 rounds back then, and I won a couple with Wide Infect because I was on a roll with designing decks, and somebody said in one of I think the very first streams, or it was on when we used to have a Facebook presence. It's really complimentary, and it's a nice hit. Pat to the back of the ego, but they were like, God, it seems like you can make a deck out of anything. What's next? Wide Infect? And so I was like, you bet. And so I started digging, and then the next week I won a few little events with Wide Infect, and so it's been kind of an ongoing project ever since. So if we don't get a land here real quick, we're going to be Deadsville. You'd think I have like 12 lands in this, the way it runs sometimes. So this is a very near and dear to the propaganda brand, the show. We got UG Death Touch was another one. That one I actually placed in the top 15 of a challenge with that one, with its optimal build, but very metagame dependent. Most metagames care about killing creatures. The Benevolent Boy. All right. The deck does not want us to win. We'll stop giving things away. We'll say L, just like we did in the first one. And hopefully they don't run away. I think we'll run some journeys here. Lean on some journeys. We've got Bolted Awake. We've got the Eyes. We've got Commissions. Chow Mano might not be as awesome here. We already have Benevolent Blessing. So let's rock. Here we go. creatures. Yes. My job in the warehouse is winding down. I actually have the next 4 days off. Work Christmas Eve, and then I'm off for Christmas, and then I work the day after, and then I'm off, and then I'm on 1 or 2 more times, and then it's over, at least till March, and then I find out if it's permanent. So sort of good news. I've given them every reason to keep me around. I said yes to every shift and been Mr. Yes Man. We'll say yes. My wife found another angle. 2. Oh, we do have 2 lines. All right, we'll keep this one. The place even closer to home that I might be able to get a job there too. So we shall see. Everybody here in the States is very worried about insurance premiums at the end of the year. And right now I've got world-class best ones because of the film editors union. But those run out on the 31st. So I should have been smarter and had a bunch of procedures done or something like that while it's cheap. But pretty healthy guy. Actually, very healthy lately because this job you walk at least 6-7 miles per shift, and if you're on carts, which I was last night, which means you're just getting the carts off of the parking lot, you clock in at about 16 miles in just under a 6-hour shift. It's pretty crazy. Just constantly moving. So glad to meet ya. My staff going crazy. All right, let's go. We have a real hand now. Let's bring out the bodyguard, same as last. I really like the pylons in this build. The color doesn't even matter. We're just looking for that surveil bonus. White doesn't really have good draw. We're going to try to cheat it in wherever we can. Jolted Awake, just an MVP for this style. I'm going to have to lean on Leon in here. Bring this out. Surveil. We'll say bottom. We'll say graveyard. Sure. Ooh, I could do that too. We'll save that for later. Right now, we'll bring this out. We'll give it flying next turn. Maybe. Depends how long bodyguard sticks around. But the flying will go really good against Clark Can Shaman. The boat guy. Freedom units. Okay. Good to have you with us. 10 years ago today, started this idea of propaganda. And here we are. I'm not too excited about this Myrrh. We'll get rid of him. I had two ideas for Jolted Awake if we do draw into another white source. For right now, feeling all right. Recommission showing up. All right, I'd rather draw the card. I'll get this gift going online here. Let's go. Flying, please. I used to run the 1-2 aura, and now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should have done that, right? Well, Jolt Awake. There's probably going to be some blocking going on here. I think I'll lean on Myrrh. No, just let it go. Problem here is I don't think I really want to kill that. I'll wait for journey effects here. I want to be actually reactive with bodyguard, not proactive against a list like this. Ooh. So the boat guy, interesting. Do you sell boats? Are you a boat repair dude? Are you a cool sailor with an eye patch? That's the one, Nimbus Wings. Every time I played Nimbus Wings, these scenarios come up all the time, and that's why I argued it. But over and over again in the chat, do you know about Angelic? Yes, I know about it. And I'm playing it for the draw, and it did help that turn. We'll see if it continues to help. Okay. Well, at this stage, I think I'm going to have to journey the Refurbished Familiar. Or things could change. Do the thing. Let's rock like this. Play a journey. We'll get rid of this. Journey really powerful against these style of lists. Come on over to Infect, see if this works. Be funny in 10 more years if I'm still around doing this show. Be like, is this what it's going to evolve into, where I just play a different list every time? Be pretty fun. That's kind of not a bad idea, huh? Talk about keeping things fresh. User supported list, just play them as is. The MTG bot got our back. Not thrilled with the idea of Angelic gifting the Ekhaert, so I'm probably just going to recommission the Lost Leonin. Really need a effect here like a Benevolent Blessing to show up. Obviously calling red. Made a 5-color white infect deck. That was confusing and weird. Liked it. Pretty good. I'm really considering running into that Murn Forcer to make it a 1/1. Okay, this is good. Yeah, let's do it. Iso's in the house. Good to have you with us. Yeah, everything I hear about a boat, they always say it's just a place to, what is it, sink money into. I could have made it flying. I just don't value it that much. I'd rather have a 1/1 Mur, because Blood Fountain's already out, so now I can just, this damage can exchange all the time here. And plus it makes this recommission play a lot more relevant now. I'll bring out Leonin back. Not thrilled here. Well, now that's the better one. Let's try this out. We do have protection here. Now if a Clark Kent Shaman shows up, it only takes out the bodyguard. Kind of like having another bodyguard effect. So we got 5 infect damage next turn. If we get any sort of enchantment, which our deck's littered with, our boost, we'll have a double bodyguard backup and death on a stick here. Thank goodness we got rid of our familiar. Hey, we won that one. All right. It's going to go the same route where we 2-1 afterwards. Who knows? Got to be frustrating for a tier 1 level list to lose to jank like this, but hey, that's how we roll. I'm going to run it back. Let's go. That's right. Okay. Saw the new Stranger Things. Finally got around to watching it. They got a formula and they do it very well. I was very doubtful with the kids aging and things like that, and it's still pretty darn good. Don't be in a hurry. You can, I think, sometime next week the second ones come out, and then at New Year's. So pretty neat. Kind of like hearkening back to the 80s, and or not 80s. I always give that decade too much credit, but when you had scheduled viewing, like you got to be in. Yeah, it's always available after it hits, but it is kind of neat to have that old model of like oh, you can't see it till this these gates open up. Oh, welcome to Jerry. Yeah, that's the Stephen King based one, right? This is pretty cool. We've got a tiny bit of protection. We do have flying. We'll keep it. That bodyguard's not feeling guarded enough. I haven't seen Benevolent Blessing show up once. Hopefully I wasn't in some drunken stupor and took it out with thinking it was a good idea. I don't believe so. Here we go. Thanks for joining me, everybody. 10 years of propaganda. Hopefully I haven't aged all that much. I think I was a little chunkier when I started this endeavor. Here we go. All the times I played this card, and I don't think I've ever seen that hand in the corner. See the little hand off? It's kind of the intent, the focus, right? Every once in a while, somebody at the warehouse will buy a Magic product, and I'll mention, see if they know about Pauper. A lot of times they've heard of the form. One person got spotted by one guy, but a lot of times, it's just Magic in general. And how long have you been playing? It's just like 1994. It's like, oh. And I got the haircut to match. Well, this is interesting. We can do this here. This is why I like pylons. It's never a dead card. See, I don't want this graveyard. Okay, we've got 2 cards in the yard. Let's do this here. First strike is technically enough. Now, do I want to give it pro red? I think I do. Let's give it pro red. There's a lot more that red can do with this scenario. If it's a cast down, bodyguard can deal with it. This might just bump into this dude and whatever. We'll see. This is the worst card to enchant because it doesn't have really good natural stats. Yeah, I agree, Dreamer Stingo. And there's some scenarios with the graveyard heavy as we are with Recommission and Jolted Awake that sometimes you can, it's like drawing 2 cards. It makes sense. You throw one in the graveyard and then you luck out, turn into a luck sack the next one. And if you have a Recommission hand, for white, it does feel like you just casted yourself in a good way. Can the bodyguard jump really high up to block? I always get these hesitations from these good decks, right? They're like, am I really in trouble against this flying crap pile? It's like, yep. Everything's tons of removal. Well, I have tons of protection. And it's quantified because this threat is really dangerous. All right, we're going to try to enchant again. See what we draw. Already protected from a lot of stuff. Another reason Journey to Nowhere is good. Ethereal Armor gets another little boost if something gets in your way, which might just end up taking out that Refurbished Familiar. They got a Gal Blast in hand. They're like, damn it. Yeah, not going to be out of range too fast. There's another reason is because, oh boy, it's because of it's in respect to artifact removal as well. So if I said pro black, they can just there's just a lot more toys that Affinity traditionally has. Cast down's about the only thing I really got to worry about. So this is going to die anyway. This is pro black. I'll say black in case, I don't know. This is, make sure nothing on here is black. All right. But this is a pretty cool stat line, right? Protection from red. Protection from black. First strike. 3/3. Now it's going to fly. Give me a bodyguard. I'm pretty sweet. Oh, cast down is going to be frustrating if that happens. We can rebuild it. We can recommission it. Angelic Gift it. Yeah, the problem with the Crown of Awe, Dreamer Stingo, I've thought of that too. You almost never have more than 2 creatures out, and so that whole cool factor of like in slivers, Crown of Awe is awesome because we're going wide, but this is just going tall, so it clashes a bit with that. Yep, there it is. Good for them. All right, 3 more Infect to go. I've seen better recommission targets, but we'll see what we have here. I might want to just slow roll this. They're hurting for mana, which suggests that they have a hand that has a whole lot of removal. I want to cut down the resources. This might seem crazy, but that's a good blocker, and it's an artifact against a list that's kind of struggling with their resources right now. So I'm going to take a turn off and just do this. Could have had a 3/3 Ekhaert Claw. It does represent lethal, but with a Mana Screwed opponent, I'm assuming, like I said, that they're keeping a very Gal Blast, kill everything that moves, heavy hand. So I kind of want to have more options than that. Problem is now we're stuck doing this. It's a 2/2. This is why I love Sentinel's Eyes. I can do it without having to worry about getting 2 for 1. So we're going to see a Gal Blast here, probably. Another cast down. All right. Even better. So, that whole little, oh, gotcha. No, you didn't. We'll just replay it. Same casting cost. So it's like we have a 3-card hand now. This is exactly the same cost. Sentinel's Eyes is a house. Buying lots of turns with, if you focus on it about 30 seconds ago, you will hear it in the background. Obnoxiously loud. So we've got a 1 or 2 matchups left. Not so much about the matchups here, more about the nostalgic look back, some of the favorite little things done, etc. I'm really scared here. This just feels like they've just got... We almost have to wait for them to overextend with a creature-based plan here, because they're probably sitting on like 2 Gal Blasts and maybe another cast down at this point. Good news, we're getting a lot of resources. I used to run Corpse Cur in this list. I had 2 of them. This list has changed hundreds of times. That's not exaggeration. Okay, there's a real creature. I might enchant it with flying just to draw the card. All right, there's another land. I'm going to do that. I want to draw cards. Well, there's a creature. We'll bring them out. We'll do the same old thing. We'll drop Sentinel's Eyes on them. No big deal. Getting rid of this and this. Yes. And this. Let's go. Here comes Gal Blast. Bloop. Yep. Still don't lose the card. 4-card hand. Wink, wink. All right, they're getting on mine now. 6 artifacts, plenty. Here comes the beatdown. Got 2 turns. All right, better make that 1.5. Crunch. Really need this Chow Mano to hit. Oh, gosh, we lose. That's 12 damage right to us. If we had any sort of graveyard pullout, we'd have backup plan and first strikeable. So we could, if we had a creature there, even with removal here, we could have won that one, but we lose. All right, 1-1. So my buddy Eric Bergeron up in the northern parts of the world had a... I reached out to him because my goal with propaganda a lot of times with these commercials is, you know, I have a lot of voiceover artist style friends, but being in the movie business, but I didn't want to abuse their generosity. And I also wanted to be kind of surrounded by my friends. You know, I know you all digitally and stuff, but you know, I've always had lifelong friends. One of probably my best, if I was a creature card, that would probably be one of my best traits. All my friends are lifelong, except maybe like one exception. Anyway, so I like to be surrounded by their talents and stuff. And, you know, these days anybody with a phone and a closet of clothes can do you a few takes. You EQ the voice and you do some things. This one was Bottle Gnome Bourbon. It's probably my favorite of the ads, the fake commercials that I've produced and edited and created and whatever other accolades you want to tie on to that. But it started out rough because the read he gave me, there was just something missing from it. And so I had a deep dive into like a pitch shifting session, and I modulated his voice, and I put like 1 or 2 filters on it. And then I did actually inside of Premiere Pro, there's I put the voiceover read, once I got rid of all the pauses and EQ'd everything the way I liked it. The cadence just needed a little help, and so I slowed his voice down like 3%. And he's got a pretty, not if you meet this guy, you wouldn't say, oh, he's got a really deep voice, but it made him sound like just some old trucker. And I've always loved this read. It was one of those, the biggest aha eureka moments I've ever had in editing. I knew it was just right. Without further ado, the card is Bottle Gnomes. It is Pauper legal, and this is probably my favorite.
We've handmade our signature Bottle Gnome Bourbon for over 5 centuries. We use 3 different types of grains: crop rotated corn, rye with infused relics, and malted barley from Ginju fields. Only the finest radiant fountain water is used, which contains limestone that contributes to a better tasting bourbon, hoping to add nutrients like Mage Mark magnesium and calcium that our newly sprout swarm yeast needs to thrive. Next, we mill our grains every upkeep and cook them using the fiery breath of kiln fiends. From there, we vapor snag mutagenic samples till we get the alcohol content exactly right. Finally, our bourbon is aged in new, fire-forged and patented trefoil oak barrels, a distinction we take pride in. As seasonal rituals change, temperatures rise and fall, and our bourbon interacts with the woodland spirits. The color and the flavor of the now fully mature bourbon comes from the caramelized Sprite sugars and the charred oak until it is ready to be untapped and bottled. Bottle Gnome Bourbon, a magically reinforced blend of the finest quality.
Available at all Singer superstores.
And that was that. So I'm going to play for the last build of today. The one that won the very first challenge, Ralligond. This is different. Gates weren't a thing then. This is, as it's noted, Ralligond Hybrid. I do have the original somewhere in the crazy archives of all these decks, but yeah, I believe the player's name was Methonical. He took it to the first ever win for a, the big Sunday, what do they call those? What is that? It's not a league, it's the challenge, the Sunday challenge. And then it won about the third and the fourth one too. And a lot of people, very misunderstood deck. A lot of people are openly mocking it, and it went and won. So that was pretty fun. All right, we'll keep this. This is a bit of a hybrid. We'll lead off with a gate here. Cause some real confusion, huh? Say green on this one. Here we go. We'll go green. Yeah, Bottle Gnome Bourbon. That voice cracks me up. He did the voiceover for Searing Blaze, the little steak enhancer. There's a Singer Superstore in my area. Heck, not even a Trader Joe's. Wish I could get some of that bourbon as a Christmas gift. 7 Blue 7, you made my day saying that. Thank you. All right, well, this might be fast if this... Okay, it's red. Well, it could be fast that way, too. We'll see. Hey, we both got a Malevolent Rumble turn 2. Look at this. Or do we? Yeah, I want to get our yard active quickly here. Hopefully they're not on the land destruction package, because we are pretty vulnerable to that. Even the Singir Superstores, right? I mean, that's a family Singir. I thought 10 years ago that they would keep revisiting the Singir family, and they haven't. So it's like, we should go back in time and change that. Marasa's Market, that makes a lot of sense. Christmas Infect Show next week. Oh, yeah, that's right, the 5-color one. Maybe if I can find it quick enough. Let's go do this thing with green, too. Bring this out here. We'll set up a Boros Garrison next turn. Get a Honey Garden. Oh, Palace Sentinels calling to me. Sure. Not ideal, but we'll rock like this. We can Sentinels next turn, courtesy of the Eldrazi token. Not ideal. Probably lose pretty quickly. It's nice when you have a Prismatic thrown in the yard, which is what's supposed to happen there, but we are flooded already, and it's nice to get rid of 3 lands there. It's about the only good thing that happened. That's right. Yep. Yeah, it's strange that this all happened at the same time. Oh, we got initiatives and Monarch at stake here. This is interesting. And I wish I didn't have a show that was bordering on the holidays like this. It was like, gosh, did I have to have the catalyst of this idea show up at that time? But I did, I guess. Let me bring up the bodyguard. I'm going to get some protection out here before I drop a Sentinels and or try to pull off a victory lap here. Bring this out. Play the Garrison. Turning the plains. Here we go. We're taking some damage. Bring out your dead. I don't think I'm going to need to take a bathroom break today. Just kind of going through here. Oh, last night, it's funny. I've got these leather gloves. You just have to have gloves in a warehouse environment. And they have like a yellow tint to them and stuff. But it was so foggy last night. You couldn't see 40 feet. And it was like just breathing water. But my hands got really wet. And the dye from the gloves made my hands look like they had one-sided jaundice. That phrase has never been said, I bet. But it's a little decolored this morning. I've had about 2 baths since then, so but there's still a slight remains of it on my hand there. Like the bodyguard sees, he's like, look at these clean hands. We're gonna get smoked here, guys. We need even prismatic's not that great against a writhing chrysalis style here. That could change some things. I don't really want to give them that and the other thing. Yeah, this is just pulled from another era. That's Palace Sentinels. You know, it doesn't really see play that much anymore, but sometimes it's fun to do that. All right, let's get another rumble going. Maybe we can protect ourselves here. Oh, good grief! Another one of these, eh? Well, we have to take that. Say okay. So we could just keep playing that dude. Did we play that? Oh, okay, we did. We'll bring out another bodyguard. Well, Battle Screech. Not going to be the greatest because of we might be dead. and they have reach. Rally the peasants here. Would be pretty cool in a normal scenario, but we're getting trounced here by just better cards right now. Need a random copy of Aftershock in there somewhere. Talk to the hand. That's right. Well said, Eso. All right, this is starting to hurt. Apologies for the last little bit here. Take it up. I got a red mark on my dome here. Off we go. I remember I was going to change the thing to for one match I wear a hat, so the whole show isn't about a jingly hat. But sometimes you forget. It's cruel in the summertime, I tell you, because it gets pretty warm. That's another thing. Working around warehouse environment, I can't get over. Oh, are we just dead here? All right, we'll go to 1. I can't get over how warm people dress. It just, oh God, they give me the nickname Yeti, because I'm always like in the cold room with just a t-shirt on or outside, and like last night's condition. There was a dude wearing a turtleneck, a beanie, like 3 layers, and I just had on a shirt. Moving around so much, I was like, I don't want to be all sweaty under a bunch of layers. My mom's that way too. We both just run super, super hot. Well, we got a sneaky little out here. We've got Prismatic in our hand. We've got some gates going down. I don't want to play that. We've got to keep that mana open. Let's play here for this, and we'll say green on this. Can't really fly over. We got protection from green. We can block a writhing chrysalis with that. I mean, it's very rare. We want to encourage that all-out swing so that we can double rally. Is the play here? Might be able to just surprise win at 1 life. That would be pretty epic. Oh no, we were at the doom. Oh no, we've already been trapped. Okay, so that's okay. I know we'll lose something to the chrysalis. I'm just saying we can block it. So everything else is green. This, despite the mana cost, is not. Courtesy of the word devoid. Come on over, green meanies. All right. Can we take some stuff out? We can. Let's block here, here, and here. In case you've got some red stuff, let's just make sure it dies. Might be relevant. We'll call green on this. Very obvious what we're up to. We might kill them with tokens ourselves. Green. One-sided Wrath of God. Well, how about one-sided Swords to Plowshares? We'll go to 2 life, hopefully. Where are these other colors? It just looks like a green thump deck. I'm not saying we're going to come back, but I do remember this list just having incredible staying power. That's why it won so many challenges in the early days. It can get down and out and just rise again. 4 cards in their hand, though. That's kind of scary. All we have to do is tap one of these to do it again. So we're outside of direct damage. We're safe for about a turn. Okay, don't really worry about that except for that trap coming back around. A bit scary. We got this is hopefully it's green. It's green. 2 little drawsies. Not ideal. Woo! Big board. Big board, not gonna lie. Here we go. I could loot. Wondering if looting's the play. Palace Sentinel might be the play. Let's Sentinel here. Sentinel. I don't know. Do we run at him with the cat, gain 1 life, flash it back? Be pretty fun. Yeah. We could drop another Sentinel. Then I don't really have any cannon fodder to put up against these guys. So I'll keep them back. Come on, give us something good. What is this new devilry? Oh, I know, we got to block the Chrysalis here. I hope they attack with it. Yield to all. Ah, they got us. All right, we'll go to game 2. We had no right to be in that one. We've lost every first game. That's pretty funny. Rally. Inside round. I'm gonna revisit this list. I haven't updated this at all, so. Oh no, that's what I'm playing. What were they playing? All right, so many decks. I just wrote down what I'm playing. What the heck did we just run up against? That was Big Green, Big G. A little bit of everything there. Dawnbringer might be good here. I don't think we're gonna need Standard Bearer. Palace Sentinels, a few too many of those. Maybe even both of them. A little bit too high a CC for me. And yeah, they can get rid of our graveyard. That sort of sucks. Sure wish we had more of a Journey to Nowhere style stuff against this sort of metagame. Like I said, this is maybe like a 6-year-old list or something like that. I think like right when these came out was the last time I had revisited it, so keep that in mind. All right, we'll go back to we'll throw one of these in here. Did I do another one of these weird decks? Okay, Submit didn't show up, and I was like, do I have another 61 card list? No, this is it. Yeah, there's been some big hiccups with the software the last day or so. Yeah, I want to play first. We'll open these up. Pretty good starter. Yeah, I like this. Not too concerned about the gates. I'm going to actually lead off with Veteran Go. And then I'll worry about gates since we've got a bodyguard backup right behind it. Get a little life boost here. Yield through this. Here we go. Ooh, the end of our show today. I'll be playing our little Jingle Bells holiday thing. I thought about leading the show off with it, but wanted to harken back to Casio Machado. Be amazing if he's in the chat. I mean, that was maybe 6 years ago. He made that song. I said, take the propaganda theme, make it sound like Knight Rider, and sent him a few audio files and went from there. Good times. Ooh, we could do both. Let's just get our gates up online here. So we've already got green El Natural. I think I'll go red on the Citadel Gate. Who wouldn't want to live here? That looks like a nice fortified safe city. It's like Ba Sing Se style. Okay, drop a gate. You can propagate or you can drop a gate. Let's go. Let's try both. Love me some bodyguard. So, black card I'm best known for. What would you say in the chat? Sometimes I'm asked to sign cards. A couple dozen times now. It's always flattering. I'm always... I know Jared up in Seattle, he had like 4 picked out. Rats? Yeah, that's what he had picked out. So there's about, maybe 2 dozen crypt rats out there with my sloppy signature all over it. I usually write Deluxikov and Propaganda, so it's all over the place. And if it's a Visions one, then it's super deluxe. Hey, there's our other little combo piece. Let's see if we can find it, shall we? Let's go here to here. Drop Rumble. Yeah, I can take this here. We've got some gates coming our way. Is Dawnbringer really going to do much here? Maybe we go with the Basilisk Gate plan because then we can power out. Let's do this. We'll just get the Basilisk Gate online. That way we can choose to do we can play Screech depending if we get, you know, a basic out or whatnot. Let's attack. Could have kept and played the Dawnbringer there, but it's not really. See 2 Arbor Elves in their yard already. God, what did they keep? Oh, the Chrysalis. All right. I have next turn Chrysalis here. This deck really needs Journey to Nowhere. Repurposer showing up. All right. Sure wish this worked like Soul Sisters. It does not. It's only our opponent. That's definitely not the card I'm known for. All right, let's go. Let's move on to white card. White card. Probably. It's got to be a protection spell. It's probably his Bodyguard. Soul Sisters. Yeah. I've never been asked to sign a white card. That is true. Let's get online here. We know the blocker's coming up next, but whatever. I'll do this. We can't attack anyway. Gain some life. Hopefully we can find an alpha strike here. Bloop. Be able to keep up with the life via the Sacred Cat and the Basilisk Gate Technology. Oh, duh. There you go. Yeah. End of story. Case closed. Prismatic Strands. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That was almost dumb of me to ask. All right, red card. Let's go there. I think I know what I feel like, but I'm curious what chat will say. We're looking for the cards that I would be my most go-to one. Not like, you know, sideboard choice like PauperRBust. I mean, people just play those out of necessity. But pet cards, things that when you see them, you go, oh, that reminds me of a propaganda list. Faithless Looting says, cool. Very true, yep. I am the creator of Boros Boli. Don't see it too much anymore. Little iterations here and there. It's kind of a take on a similar theme. Can't remember if Religon came first or Boros Boli. They're definitely like the same card sides of a token, almost. Similar engines, I should say. All right, well, we've got that combo showing up in spades. Let's do this here. We'll call, we've already got red. We'll call green on here. Boop. And we don't want to attack here. We'll do this. This is only sorcery, right? Yeah. We've only got 3 gates. It's not that impressive. Good grief. I wish I could do that, though. I'm just going to play a Gond on something that I don't really care too much about. We'll put it on the Veteran. Yeah, and I can just make a token. We've already got the other. If the combo shows up, we got Bodyguard backup with the infinite win combo. So it's pretty obvious what the one card in our hand is if our opponent's really the deducting persuasion here. It'd be really neat to get another malevolent rumble so that we could either power out a strands or most definitely a rally effect so that we could just smash. If I remember right. Yeah, this has just about everything but trample, so I'm feeling pretty good. The one with red flashback. Oh, lava dart? Yeah, he did. Faithless looting's pretty good. Reverent mumble, nice. Sure, I'm guilty of doing a bit of that. All right, we will definitely be attacking here. We'll go get a land out of the deal. I'd really like to fall. We could just win here if we top deck the right cards. Midnight Guard's an auto win. Rally the Peasants probably is. Yeah, because of the Eldrazi spawn, we could kick it twice. Taking 6. Let's just make a creature, block with it, and we'll just take 2. Not an ideal play normally. We're just trying to preserve and wait around for good things to happen. I should just rename Writhing Crystal as Roadblock. That is definitely what it is. I'll do the old trick here. Gain some life. Let me do this now. Feign like we've got Prismatic in our hand. We all know I don't. I'm going to attack with our flyers and the cat. We'll just recast the cat, gain some 4 life, negate some of these attacks, filter our deck a little bit here. Let's get ready to mumble. Bye-bye, kitty cat. A bit of a tough scenario. All right. Interesting. Hold on a minute. Got my phone on silent, but it's still on vibrate. No response. Let's go find a land. 1 option. Have we played a land this turn? All right, here we go. 27 as we go. Might get a little loud. I have storming coming the next few days, and building's been having a lot of. Our place has been spotless, but it's been having a lot of issues with water down below, and so some guys coming to check out the attic, which is right next to the door I stream at. So it couldn't be worse timing. So this will be the last round, just in case I can avoid all the banging and clanging and potential crash of a show. Roadblock to Universes Beyond. Care Bears. That was my prediction, remember? 22. Our opponent's at 10. They got to be a little wary of just smashing. Of course, doing 13 pile chunks here isn't the worst. Be nice if we just get goned out and then we just win. Rally, our Presence of Gone combo is one of my favorite things in Magic. Every few months I dust it off. Getting close to an optimal build as always. I think I do think this is going to sound crazy. I think in the next 10 years this will be banned. I do believe there will be a formula, a card, maybe a card or two that come out in the next bit, and somebody's going to dust that off, maybe this guy, and it'll be the next, like, oh my god, you just can't beat that thing. I have 3 card gone combo. Yeah, nice. Okay. They're a bit worried. Oh, we win. Unless they've got something crazy. We don't win right now. But we can do all of this. There's the gone combo. I'll go now. Throw it on there. Who knows? Maybe they got some weird counter magic. I'll do this for the look of it. Always yield. So they've got 2 flyers. I'll attack. Yep. Let's go. Crazy how things have happened. We'll get in for that one. I'll get to forge. Or, what do we want to do? Probably lost well, right? Okay, we lose our flyers. Forge isn't going to do too much here. We lost well. Bottom, I'll say top. That'll be pretty relevant at this stage. Of course, we're going to have to discard whatever we find, but this deck's built around that. So. Gain some more life, untap. We just need Midnight Guard to stay alive here. Got a healthy enough life total. I think we've got this. It's funny, the unit down below has all this water damage, and the family hasn't been there in like 2 months, doing all kinds of work. And but they tested all of our walls and all these little moisture things, and everything's fine. Alrighty. I'll let this go through. It's got like some battle rage sort of trick. Yeah, it does feel like kind of stealing a title, right? 10 years ago, propaganda was made. Yowza! Do I want to keep things out? Yeah, I think I'm going to call this on the veteran. There's no other red sources that I can see, so let me call this on here, and we'll say red. Call red here. Lose the other dudes. Not too worried about green. Okay. I think we got this. We'll be able to gain infinite life and have infinite creatures. Not the best idea to play presence that way. I was just getting antsy. All right. Let's see if they'll submit here. This is infinite life and everything else. They're really going to make me do this? Put it right over the creature. See where this is going? Thank you. That's when you know people haven't seen that combo. They're just like, wait, what? You know, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. PauperRBust is nothing. Limit Thread Field might be warranted. I kind of like where we're at. Yeah, let's go. Oh, no, 50. This is infinite life and everything else. There we go. last round of our 10-year anniversary show. We've got Gond. We always seem to have Gond. That's going to be gone. This is a dead draw unless we have the combo in hand. We do have looting. I'm going to mulligan this. I don't like this. It's a very clunky hand. All right, we got a natural rumble, a little bit of life gain. We'll keep it. Yeah, we'll get rid of one of these. Done. Here we go. Hop. We'll bring out the gate called red. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, we'll call red. For when it comes up. Warlord Desto. Oh, thank you, man. Good to have you with us. I don't think I've ever said your name before, but it didn't say you were a first-time chatter, so interesting. It's really hoping to get to the 10K subs on YouTube in time for the 10-year anniversary. That would have been really ideal. We're just like a couple hundred away from it, so please do the old like, subscribe thing. I hate doing that. It makes me feel like a part of a hive mind. All right, time to rumble. My opponent's got a really fast hand here, so let's see if we can keep up. We got a bodyguard. Wow, how underwhelming. But we're probably going to need it to keep things alive. We'll say okay on that. Already done the stuff. There we go. Usually what happens with these looting style effects is you get utility in your graveyard, but we've just been burying more things that we want to draw, except for the lands. I can keep the lands. I'll just rumble again and probably drop the gate. Maybe there's a Naya version of Presence of the Gone combo with Chrysalis. Greedy Central, right? Says the deck trying to win via 10 different ways here. Rally Gone. Awfully flexible little list. I really need to dust this off and give it some proper love. I want to stick to the plan. Probably want to use this to block. This is so dependent on that, though. Yeah, I'm going to need to block. Let me just bring this out. Bloop. Here we go. Okay. Good grief. Well, this will put a little fear into him. Keep this. Drop the gate, I guess. I could just put out my creature, my Midnight Guard. That'd be pretty funny, huh? Drop the plane, Midnight Guard. Then next turn we could do that. You know what? I kind of like this play. Boom, boom. See what kind of tricks they've got. This is just a naked guard. Haven't seen any attributed removal as far as outside of a breath weapon, so which this can withstand. And with an active Arbor Elf, all these tokens, I'm not sure if they're going to want to go there. Don't like our chances right now. I think I found you through Flash Gordon years ago, and that deck doesn't work anymore. Probably my favorite. Oh yeah, we've had some success with it. I think our last time or two we got a 3-2 against some pretty good competition. There's the fairies build of it, and then the enchantment build of it. So down goes that. Little short-sighted of me to not remember charms a thing. It's good we didn't have our combo out. Whatever. I did that mostly so we could battle Screech and flash back thrice. We haven't had any quitters today, so I'm grateful for that. Oh yeah, Warlord Desto, if you just go on our YouTube channel and you just click videos and you just scroll down until you see the Death Touch. It's not too far back. I think it was like 3 months ago or something. And then in the description there, it'll have everything you're looking for. Let's, I think I'm going to have to do a cat turn here. let me play cat. Then I'll play bodyguard, and then we'll get our gate right, and then we'll try to gain some life next turn. And a gate. We'll say white, maybe. I've already got red. Sure. Make sure all of them can do that. I really wish this cat or the bodyguard was our little life-gaining dude, because we're taking a lot of damage here. Oh, that's pretty cool. 7 blue, 7. Appreciate that. 7 years, not too bad. Appreciate the love. Like I said, I would have quit long ago if I did it more than once a week. It's quite the process now. Like I said, I keep my PC in the other room because it's a laptop, and I put it at full power, so it gets pretty noisy. I've got a way to do it. It streams fine with this other mode called quiet mode, but a few people have said my mouse on the streaming side looks like it does this, and it's really irritating. Like it doesn't flow. So that's the lengths I go to, right? Oh boy, we've got some serious damage coming over here. Yowza. And we just dead here. We have to block one of them. I don't think we're gonna get out of this, guys. So we'll block here. Take 9. Go to 8 because of the cat's ability here. Crunch. Down to 4. Don't think we're going to pull this off. Looks like Brute Squad's going to be our only serious contender. Hey, that's pretty cool. Is it worth it? Play the gate. We'll do the thing with the cleric. Turn off this valve. Bring back the cat. Problem is we're going to have to... Whoop. And we don't have much else to go for here. Come on back, kitty cat. Oh, we can bring these guys back, but we're just buying blockers at that point. So I have to tap all our guys to just kill both of our birds, and we're not getting any benefit out of it. I'd rather be able to gain life and block one of these guys, so I'm going to hold the phone there and keep moving. Yeah, so and if you go back even further, Warlord Desto, you can see that there's a fairies build of it. If you go to like the MTG Goldfish, there's an old build that's pretty dated though, but that one did get like 14th in the challenge. But like I said, I love Kevin Harvey. I still want to. Okay, so let's round the curve here. We already did black, white, and red cards that I'm known for. Let's go to blue. I think I have one. Okay, let's go like this here, this here, this here. I'll call... Well, I can't really do that, can I? That wasn't the best block. This should have been reversed because I was going to sacrifice that. This way it doesn't make too much sense. Bodyguard doesn't have the right color. Favorite blue? Who knows? Oh, yeah, this looks like a breath weapon play. So let's call this on this and say red. Elusive Spellfist, close. I'm thinking of another one. I mean, if you think it is, then you're right. I mean, it's that sort of thing, but we'll say red. Wakestone's a newer one, yeah, definitely. I could see maybe in a few years. I'm thinking of the Shadow 3/1 guy, Infiltrator El Cor, I would think. Always had, or the Cloak of well, that's technically an Izzet color, so there's quite a few. That's rock here. Say white, this and this. You can't keep a good man down. 1, 2, 3. If we get a rally gone, this would be hilarious. And I think I want to block and get the life benefit here. I'll chill out. Oh, that's right. All right. That's blue. And now green. Green card. Oh, we don't have anything. We go down in a breath weapon. Crunch. We be dead. Concede. My hunch was right, though, about breath weapon and keeping our, what do you call our Dawnbringer cleric alive? Play lobby. Don't go anywhere here, guys. Want to, so I really want to update Rallygon. Look to me redoing this in the next few weeks or months. There's a whole lot of like red flags where I was like, oh my God, this could be upgraded. This could be upgraded. This is just kind of wanting to play it as is. Apologies for not playing 5-color infect and Boros Bully, the deck that kind of first put me up big time on the map. Maybe it was Stompy before that. There's only so many decks. 10 years is a lot, and especially that's just the show. I've been playing Magic, and it's kind of the original grinder back before all these YouTubers and stuff. So I might get back to one of these years. Anyway, guys, just want to give you a big old shout out and thanks to keeping me interested and having such a great community here in Chimpskey, Mindstab, Will, also known as Dreamer Stango, Litified over the years. Just been having a good old time. I look forward to every Saturday and seeing you guys. Hopefully you feel the same. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know when I'm going to stop. We'll see. I think I've got the creativity to just keep moving on this thing. So yeah, it would have been cool to have Shirazamon show up, right? Or a little fight, but time moves on, right? And we'll be back next week. It's my mom's birthday in a week. She's always that after Christmas child, so happy early birthday to my mom. We'll be visiting here in the time between that. So all right. Well, I'm not a fan of round numbers, but I know everybody else is. So this is 10 years on and going. So here's to a lot more creative brews coming up and such. We're going to go out with a few classics. One of my favorites that I wish I could play every week is Kids Drawings done MTG style. And then we'll do that little Jingle Bells closeout. So happy holidays to all of you. And we'll see you next week. Thanks again so much. Please do the whole like, subscribe thing. And as Mindstab says, see you all next week. Chats, go. All right, Deluxekoff out.
Sing in a sleighing song tonight. Hey!